As a marketing consultant who has spent 15 years in marketing, I've learned a couple of things that I want to share with you right now. One, even if you have a great product, it doesn't necessarily mean people are going to excitedly run to it. Building up brand equity and selling the experience, the transformation, it matters, right? Like, this is why people will spend more money to go buy organic produce at a well lit, very clean, associate friendly grocery store instead of maybe going to a farmer's market. And some people do, they're just more consistent people who will go into a grocery store because the experience is consistent. It's clean. It's well lit. It's been pre-selected, right? But if you go to a farmer's market, you're taking on more of that risk. Like, it may not be clean. You may have to look through more of the produce, things like that. You might get it at a better price, but you have to do more work. So, as a marketer, as a business owner, you are a business owner. When you're thinking about whatever it is that you want to lead people to, marketing is such a crucial place because on one hand, you can help people understand the purpose, help people see the vision, the tone. You can also like wrap it in a cool idea, right? So you've got all these different superhero movies. Um, Some are going to be animated, like a Disney Pixar type, and some are going to be your regular cinematographic type, like Marvel's, Avengers, Captain America, your normal film product versus animation versus even illustration. So I say all of that to say, how will you be packaging your package, your idea, the thing that you want to sell. So this 30-day series, Learn AI with me, isn't going to do enough to get like my YouTube excited, all the subscribers in. I still have to market it, which means I get to wrap it into a pretty container, a pretty package, a cool concept. And that is what we're going to explore today. How to make a not just how to make an AI graphic, but how to come up with a campaign concept for a new idea. So, this series is the idea, as we talked about the last couple of days. I want to take these 30 videos and I won't be continuing to produce like daily content on YouTube. This was an experience and an experiment. Now I'm going to take all of the IP, all of the intelligent information, all of the knowledge. I'm going to use AI to multiply, amplify, extract, repurpose, remix as needed. And we've been talking about that the whole series. So if you want to see how I leverage AI, check out day 24, day 23. It's definitely in there. So today we get to play around with some graphics, but we already have the work. So the work is the videos that we are making. Yours could be a book, it could be an event. You still have to put something pretty and digital together. So let me share my screen. As I was processing this idea of creating visuals, I knew that I wanted to go to my favorite GPT, number one, and get some ideas. So I literally said, "This is what I have." Actually, what I did was I went into NotebookLM. I went into NotebookLM and I actually asked it to tell me. Here it is. I've been asking it a lot of things. I asked it to basically summarize my series like it was pitching it to a local magazine here in Atlanta, Voyage ATL. And I actually played around with a slide deck that's a pitch for Netflix. So I did do that. I can show you that real quick. So first, let me show you the prompt. Prompt says, create a Netflix doc style pitch presentation for my Prompt Like a CEO YouTube series. And I gave it motifs, but the motifs and the colors came out of my GPT. So I told NotebookLM to summarize the series, and it did that. I pulled this core concept right here. I put that, share this tab. I put, oh, my apologies. Okay. I shared that information, right? The prompt about here's the core concept. Boom. I dropped that in there. And then I specifically said, can you give me 10 creative campaign concepts, 10 brand motifs, and 5 accent color schemes? So, of course, it did it. So, the first one, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to just start using my viral thumbnail creator because it's the fastest one and already has my images. So, we'll go to viral thumbnail creator and share this tab. Okay. This was me working out yesterday's cover image. So that's what I actually no, this is what I ended up with. Okay. New design. Put my persona on there. So that takes care of making sure my face is in the shot. And I think I'm going to try dark documentary just for experimentation. But the first one is fire your tech bro. Fire your inner tech bro. Let's do this. So we're going to say AI isn't just for bros in basements. It is. Sorry, I don't understand you. You can say okay, Giko. What can I do? To know more about voice commands. Okay. Okay. So AI isn't just for tech bros in basements. Um, introduce a series called Fire Your Inner Tech Bro. Fire the Tech Bro. Unleash. Hmm. I'm just gonna hit play. I don't know what it's gonna do yet. So we're gonna find out together. Sometimes you have to play. However, I do acknowledge that many of these tools require that you have credits, right? So if you're using Gemini, you want to make videos, you can only make a certain amount a day. If you're making images, okay, Fire the Tech Bro looks like this, and I'm not mad at it actually. The hair looks cute, cool. Okay, that's one concept. So let's go on back, and I like that. We'll come back to it. We're gonna keep going. The second one is build in public, $0 to AI CEO. Building a real mini project using the BOLD framework. Um, let's do BOLD. Let's try this. So we'll do a new design. Kimi dark documentary is cool. And this idea is, oh, I haven't changed the screen. So I'm gonna pull it. Okay, let's try this. How building in public. Mm, hmm. So the thing about that campaign idea is was it a building in public? Maybe it's like watch me build in public. Build AI tech stacks in public. Hmm. And it's like and become a CEO with, you know, $50. No, I don't want to say that. That's like a lie. Hmm. Watch me build AI tech stacks in public. Hmm. And oh, prompt like a CEO. Got it. Prompt like a CEO. Boom. Boom. Let's see what it does. Mm. Took me a minute to even get that prompt together. And it's not my best. I would probably do more work to get a really great prompt together. Oh, she's cute. I'm not mad at that. Let me see. Oh, I can hit the play button like so. Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. Watch me build AI tech stacks in public. Prompt like a CEO. Not bad. I really like that I can kind of see these other examples of possible content types. That was actually a cool content. Okay. Boom. I might actually use that. I really like it. She looks cute. The white is really nice. Looks like me. AI tech stacks is the verbs. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Okay, we've got so as for clarity, right? Because I'm just showing you solutions right here. I'm at the end. For clarity, the tech stack that we use to get here is this. NotebookLM is my hub. So I do start with NotebookLM because that's where I put all of my IP, right? So if you have a book, you you have recipes, whatever it is that you have a collection of that's yours, that you produced, you want to put it somewhere like Manus, like Claude, like NotebookLM. I chose Notebook. From there, you can ask it, you can prompt questions within your own storage hub. Mine was Notebook. So I asked it to summarize this series that I produced as though I was pitching somebody. Then I put that into ChatGPT so that I didn't have to think through, just like I'm trying to think through the prompts on these images a little bit. I didn't have to think through how to explain these, you know, 30 videos that I have created with YouTube or on YouTube in chat, which hasn't seen the series. So NotebookLM allowed me to give chat a little information, and then I told chat what I needed, which was some campaign ideas. I took that information and I put it into an image generator. This is Viral Thumbnail Creator, but you can use Gemini. You can use Canva, but it will not create an image that looks like you. It'll create a generic image. It's not going to play with copyrights. It's just simply going to produce a similar image to what you prompted, but not what you gave. Midjourney does image generation. ChatGPT does image generation. So your assignment would be when you're getting to the marketing phase of your business, which AI tool or tools with an S would you and your team be using to be able to produce quality content and ideas and visuals? I'm going to do one more. Okay, prompt makeover series. I feel like let's do that one in Mr. Beast style. Um, AI prompt makeover series. Let's just type that. And I didn't give it much, but it's been running. So I'm gonna try that. I think I want to give it more context, but I do want to see how quickly and how closely it can get to what I was thinking. No, I actually wanted to lean into the makeup of it all. So, but that wasn't bad. There was nothing wrong with it. It's kind of complicated, and then it looks real sci-fi-y. So I don't know that I love. It does show like something was created. It's like a world that was formed versus a world of just code. So I kind of get it now. Okay, let's go back to Dark Documentary, which I really liked. Um, hmm, CEOs getting makeovers in a tech lab, tech lab, AI prompt makeover series. Let's try that one. I want to see CEOs getting made over. I think that would be kind of funny to see. And that was what I was wondering, but I never gave it the word CEO, so I thought it might give make up. Oh, I said make over. Okay, so I need to say make up. Hmm. Because as a woman, I took make over and I thought about make up. No, I don't want any robots. No robots. No robots. I like everything except for the robot. Although, as a visual, I think somebody would get it. And honestly, I'm not mad because I think it still conveys a point. Hmm. You guys, sometimes AI tools are so literal. Okay, let's just use the same prompt. Let's even be more clear, Um, boardroom full of CEOs getting professional makeup slash makeovers. The title, prompt makeovers. Let's see what happens. I think that's the closest prompt. Hmm. Boardroom full of CEOs. I wanted to get a little bit of that, CEO corporate vibe. Professional makeup. We finally used the word makeup. And we gave it a title. Hmm. 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 I'm gonna try. Hold on. I'm gonna try seeing if dressing room, makeover TV show, and professionals. I think CEOs, but CEOs gave, if you notice, CEOs gave black suit, white shirt. I usually like to say creative if I'm gonna say things like that. So this has not quite given me what I was looking for. Oh my. Well, no, I don't like it, guys. Let's try. Let me look at the prompt one more time. It says take terrible prompts and upgrade them using the bold framework. Ooh, let's try that. Okay. Take, hmm, take terrible clothes and upgrade them using the bold framework. The bold mindset. Um, uh, take a CEO with terrible clothes and upgrade them using the bold mindset. The bold AI mindset. No robots should be shown. Title, prompt, makeovers. No, let's say prompt like a CEO. That would actually be the exact title. So either we're gonna get it or we're not gonna get it. But this is what it's like when you're dealing with image generation. You still have to, I like to tell people, you still have to do the work with AI. You can do the work faster. I'm not sitting here having to take my image, create or take a picture of a really cool background. Oh, hmm. Terrible clothes is crazy, and she doesn't even look like her. Okay. Actually, I like this part. This I like. Like this, I would put into Gemini and rework. Not that. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not quite sure how to get the vision I want for the makeover series. And I know I could keep trying, but I think what's important is to show with you or to share with you that You can have an idea. Honestly, going back into chat and refining the idea is a little bit more ideal. So I might do that for myself. But what's important to know is the more complicated or unique of an idea, the more you have to be clear about it. If I wanted the CEOs to be more stylish or trendy or millennial, then I should have said that. Saying just CEO to an AI generator essentially is going to get me black suits and white shirts because that is the typical way that a CEO in the like the 90 percentile on the internet looks like. So we're informing these models. We can tell it like the CEO needs to look like this, and it's going to start to change. And in 2 to 5 years, we may be able to put CEO, and it might not just be black suits and white shirts. So what we're doing right now is we're still helping to inform the direction of AI generated art, right? I got some good ones. I liked some of those first ones, and I will use them. The prompt makeover, I think the word makeover, if you really think about it, has a lot of context, a lot of potentials, right? As a woman, I took it and I meant like makeup or even clothes. And even that was a little bit hard for the AI to generate and to comprehend and produce. So I feel like I can't end on that note. I'm going to do one more image and I'm going to use ChatGPT for the prompt. Let's try that. We can share this screen. Let's say this one. So I'm going to say I want to try marketing with idea number 3, and I'm going to drop it there. But the prompt, but I don't know what to prompt the AI tool. Please offer 5 prompts I can use for, and then I'm going to drop it. Boom. All right. This series, viral and authority building, and this is trendy, so she's always going to hype. Alrighty, not just giving better prompts, we're showing it. Okay. Before, write me a business plan. After I see, oh, okay, she didn't get it. Okay. Oh, no, I'm gonna say no, girl. I I want to generate an image of makeovers as a prompt, like a CEO social graphic. Please give 5 prompts for AI images that I can generate within the topic of makeover. You have to be so clear with these guys. Okay, let's see if we can get a great prompt and get a better image. I don't want a split screen keyboard, futuristic. Oh, futuristic command center. Mm, these are boring, trendy. I'll just tell her what it is. These are boring, girl. Yep. And she loves when I do that because I do. I'll be like, no, you didn't get it. These are boring. You're not thinking hard enough. Why are you lying to me? Let them know. Check them. They do better when you check them. And I am talking about AI tools. I'm not talking. Oh, now this is interesting. I'm going to try this. I barely read it. I'm just going to try it right here because I hated the first one. Oh, I didn't share the screen. Share this tab. Okay. So I just dropped it in there. I don't even know. I know it has plastic surgery in there. It sounded cool. It was way better than the boring office flat laid desk that she was giving. Hmm. I think we have to start over, guys. So, new design. That's another trade secret. When it comes to image generations, you will find that because it worked so hard to create the image, everything it creates afterwards actually pales, like it's not as strong because it's thinking about what you're saying now. It's also thinking about what you had before. And then it starts to just kind of confuse itself. So even though I wrote that and I just I literally copied and pasted, I didn't make any changes. Normally I do tweak it. Um, but because I was already in a thread with an image, it just built off of that image and it was already so completely different. Like the plastic surgery was never mentioned. So now, in dropping that into here, I'm gonna get something completely different. That's not bad. There's something compelling about it, right? Like kind of scary. The words are all bad. I mean, CEO prompt, I don't know what that is, but it does look surgical, right? It does look like what is she gonna say? It gives documentary, actually, is what it gives, right? Does it not give documentary? Ooh, I like the CEO prompt framework. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on now. I might have to put this one into Gemini and get it the exact way that I want it. Okay. Well, guess what? Guess who's happy because we finally worked out a makeover concept that I can now run with. I can put this into Gemini. Oh, y'all don't know what I mean when I say that. Let me show you that real quick and then today's gonna we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, so first thing first is I need to download it and also show y'all what I'm doing so y'all can see. Boom. We're going to save this image. CEO, no, prompt makeover, surgical edition. Boom. Let's go into Gemini, share this tab. In Gemini, I'm gonna have to click create image, right? I didn't have to do that with the viral thumbnail generator because that's its job. Gemini can do several things, including storybook, as we mentioned. So I'm gonna put this image in there. Um, Update the headline so it says CEO prompts. And let's just start there. So we're in Gemini. We can do a lot in Gemini. Gemini is one of my favorite image generators. Okay, so you see, we went from prompt with a K, it makes no sense, to CEO prompts. Okay, now it's a little bit, I feel like the quality adjusted just a little bit. Am I wrong? Yeah, it definitely did, but I can work that out. I can work that out. CEO prompts. And if I wanted to make other changes, such as, can I see a surgery table in the background? The old prompt has been declared deceased. Honestly, this is how my creativity gets to like level up with AI tools. And that's why I wanted to show you guys what it looked like when I started with NotebookLM. But starting with the viral thumbnail creator is a pretty cool way to start as well. Boom. Now, I didn't ask it to do all of that, right? Hmm. Instead of deceased on the left paper, make it say, I don't know, old prompts. I'm gonna say dead prompts, just for the emotional. Now, Gemini can go back and forth with me all day. All right, we got dead prompts in the left, CEO prompt framework, CEO prompts. I want something on the surgical table. So I'm going to say on the surgical table, add a, I'm going to say dead body covered with a sheet. And I know it's gory, and I'm not saying I'm going to use it, though Halloween, here's to looking at you, might be a cool opportunity because I wouldn't want to promote this any other time. Oh, hello. I'm just saying. It's at least a concept. Is it the happy-go-lucky excited? Does it feel like me? Not necessarily, but as far as marketing and being intriguing, and then if you think about placement, right? Like just putting this on a Facebook feed could be intriguing. You have to make sure you put some captions that make sense. I think that this could stand out on LinkedIn. But I think that, for instance, you can advertise on some of the streaming platforms, right? Did y'all know that? You can advertise on those. You can definitely go to their platforms, find out what it takes to be an advertiser, and be one of those, like, you can make a video, or you can have, they call it like an interstitial, or like a something that comes in between. So when I hit pause, usually it puts my, on Netflix specifically, it'll put my little 9 by 16 image of what I was watching, and then it'll give a cover of a brand like Charmin toilet paper, or, you know, a new luxury car or a hybrid car. And I'll see the name brand. And if I wanted to use my remote to say learn more, I could. This seems like it would align with the TV type of placement, because it seems high drama. And it was in the dark documentary filter that we were in viral thumbnail creator on. So, but this is the tech stack, right? Today, NotebookLM gave me a summary of my IP. ChatGPT was able to give me some starter concept ideas that I wanted to, visualize and see and start to assess and choose. And then I started to work through those ideas visually. And I liked some. There were several I did not like. We went through those together. When I found some things that were close, I knew and I was empowered by the fact that a tool like Gemini will allow me to take that base image and make small tweaks as needed. So now we fixed the wording. It was all wrong, spelled all wrong. We updated the left side, because before I think it said bad prompts, and then it just said deceased, which doesn't help anybody. And then I got it to say dead prompts. And then to tie that whole idea home, I said add a surgical table in the back and a body. And it did that without messing up the rest of, and I'm just gonna show y'all one more time so we can reminisce. It didn't mess up the rest, right? Like where we started, oops, where we started, my face didn't change, my nails didn't change. I still got a ring on that one finger. We still have the integrity of all the lights. Even the CEO prompt text style remained the same as I changed the different prompts. I mean, the different parts of this image. So this is one of the coolest things to me about Gemini, that you can make these types of tiny tweaks. Now, Gemini will get to a point where I've done too many things. If I start saying add 5 people, and it's like, okay, I've got to think about what those 5 people look like, what they're wearing, what they have on, all of that work is going to start to slow down my image generations to the point that they are going to get worse. So I would be better off just saving what I like. In this case, I'm going to save this. I'd be better off saving what I like and then basically opening it up again. The same way we do with Viral Thumbnail Creator, where I just go and I'm like, okay, new design, new design, new design. I also have to do that with Gemini. But Gemini just has it has higher threshold for the manipulation, but you do need to know that if you ask it to do a lot of manipulation, it's going to progressively get a little bit worse. Something to think about as you're creating images. You can get what you want. Remember, if you could do anything you wanted to do, What, how, and why. So this is cool. I wouldn't drop it tomorrow, right? I would drop it time and place. So maybe around Halloween when people are thinking about this type of, you know, style of imagery. But I wouldn't want to put it out. I wouldn't put it on my main feed right now unless I just wanted to stop and scroll effect. I could. It would, but people aren't thinking about that. And when you line up your visuals with what people are thinking about, it changes their perception and reception of it. So if I start talking about these beautiful Christmas wrapping papers or gifts that you can get, people are like, oh, that's cool. But I'm 10 minutes, I'm 10, 9, 8 months away from Christmas. Then they won't receive it in the same way. But if I posted something like that in November, early December, people are like, oh, yes, because I need to buy these gifts. So I can't put this out tomorrow, but I can put it in my arsenal. I can put it in my tech stack. Really my graphic stack, but ultimately, if you have a concept, your goal is to flesh that concept out. Have a goal, flesh that concept out, make the first version of your book. All the things you need to do, right? Then you need to start thinking about what do the visuals look like? What will they look like? And with AI, you can test. So that's what I essentially did today. I tested different concepts. And I'm not even sure if I landed on something I love, but I have something more than I did yesterday. So take a step forward on your goals, show yourself what you're building, and make the workload easier. Okay? We're using AI to accelerate our purpose and our production of our ideas. This has been day 26 of Learn AI with me. I can't wait to see you tomorrow on day 27. Bye.